Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're one of my returning subscribers, if you're brand new to my channel, my name is Kayla. Today's video, if you couldn't tell by the title, is just kind of showing you what I picked up when I was in Paris, France. My husband and I recently went on a 2-week trip to France, and we have never been out of the country before, and it was our first time just trying so many new things. The longest flight I've ever taken, just especially being in a new place, it was a very long time, and I'm very fortunate that I did have the time and the opportunity to do what I did. And you know, for those of you who don't know me, you know, please don't think of this as like me bragging. That's not how I am, not at all. I'm just very excited that I was able to do this. I saved up my own money for almost 2 years to pay for this trip. Yeah, I did. This was more for me. This is something that I wanted to do for many years, and I'm very excited. I've been planning this trip for so long. We got our passports earlier this year, and I tried to have everything set in place so we can make this trip happen. So it was a big deal for me. If you had asked me 10 years ago if I knew that I would be going to Paris for sure, I would not have believed it. I was barely making anything, like just barely getting by. I had a really tough time that I was going through, and just you know, I did not grow up in a family that was well off. We really had to make effort to make ends meet, and there were days where I didn't have anything to eat. So just, you know, going from that to working my butt off to where I am today, being married, having a roof over my head, and just, you know, being in a really good place. Like I said, this is a big deal for me. This was huge, just to be able to do this. I never thought that I would be able to make my dream come true, and it still doesn't feel real that it happened. There were so many moments when we were abroad that I just kind of felt like I needed to be pinched. Like it was just one of those things. Like I could not believe I actually did what I wanted to do, and I can't wait to go back. I could easily live there. Like Paris blew me away. It's nothing like I've seen before. It's just so different. It's very fast-paced and slow-paced at the same time. When you go to restaurants, whether it's a cafe or, you know, dining, you know, whatever, they don't rush you to get out. No matter how long the line is to get into the place, they do not rush you. When you're ready, you let them know and they'll bring you the check. So it's just amazing because, you know, you can actually sit down and enjoy your meal and take in your surroundings and not have to feel pressured like they're moving cattle, you know what I mean? It's just a totally different tone in France. I mean, I can't speak on behalf of all of Europe because we just strictly stayed in France, but anywhere we went, it was just kind of like the same atmosphere. And I mean, it was nice, and it was just really enjoyable. We could actually like take a moment and relax and enjoy our food and not feel that pressure. So it was awesome. My goal for this trip was to just go explore and go to cafes all day, every day, and I did just that. So many people asked me leading up to the trip, hey, are you gonna go to Italy? Are you gonna go to London? Are you gonna go to Spain? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? Blah, 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 blah. And a lot of times I'd be like, yeah, you know, I think we'll hop a flight to here or there, or, you know, whatever. I mapped a lot of different places out that I was interested in going, and just kind of hopping from one country to another. But then I started just kind of like realizing, like, you know, we would be spending a lot of our time traveling and that's a lot of extra money. And while it's not that expensive to go from, let's just say for example, Paris to London, it's not that pricey, but I just didn't want that added expense. I wanted to be able to actually enjoy my time and actually have a vacation. I did not want to be go, 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 because like, for example, normally when my husband and I go to Disneyland, it's go, go, go. Like, we know our way around Disneyland and California Adventure because we've gone there so many times. It's an annual thing that we like to do. We're total Disney nerds, especially me. I did not want to be stressing out. I wanted to wake up when I wanted to wake up. I wanted to go when I wanted to go. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And, you know, on a day-to-day basis, I wake up, I get ready, I take care of the pets, I say goodbye to my husband, and we each go our separate ways to go to work. We come home, we chill. A lot of times we're tired, and you know, sometimes we'll go for a walk, we'll watch a movie, a show, and then, you know, have dinner at some point in there and go to sleep, wake up, and do the same thing the next day. And sometimes that can just really take a toll on you, and you just crave something different, you know, by a certain point. So that's why I just ultimately decided, you know what? I don't want to hop from one country to another. We stayed in a very private location in Paris, and it was the perfect location. It wasn't touristy, and I didn't even realize, like, when I had booked it, but it was in a very quiet part away from where the tourists mainly were. But it was also perfect walking distance to a lot of different places. So granted, we did Uber a lot. We also walked a lot, like a ton. I mean, I think there was even one day where I checked my Fitbit and I had like 30,000 plus steps in one day. So, I mean, if that just kind of gives you more perspective on how much we did walk. So it just kind of depended, you know, where we were going for that day, what we wanted to do. I mean, typically if there was somewhere that we wanted to go to that, well, I guess I should say that I wanted to go to. My husband was just, you know, along for the ride. Typically if there was a place that was maybe about 30 plus minutes further away walking wise, like distance, we would take an Uber. Plus it was raining, like it rained every day. Like, let's be real, it rained every day. I will say that when we did walk, it was amazing because we would find things that you wouldn't have normally seen. We only did like a couple of guided tours in like museum and then the Eiffel Tower. Other than that, we just kind of explored things on our own. So my camera battery died on me, so I'm gonna use my phone for this part. I had the best time. So I wasn't trying to turn this video into like me explaining everything, but I wanted to show you like some things that I got. But just kind of speaking of museums, I love saving tickets, and these especially were so cool. So from the Arc de Triomphe, so all of like the major landmarks that you got to visit, the tickets had a picture of that building on the back, which was so awesome. So this is from the Saint Chapelle. Oh my gosh. Let me just start with the teas and stuff. Here's the tea. Oh, by the way, I got this when I was at Chateau de Versailles. The Palace of Versailles. I saw these everywhere. Everywhere had these. And I wanted one so bad, and I finally cracked when I was at the palace. I was like, you know what? I'll get myself one. Treat yourself. But I think I wore it just on the last day that I was out there, and I wore it like around, I wore it around my neck. Yeah. And then I also got this little hair clip. It's supposed to be like Marie Antoinette inspired. I don't know. but it was cute. This one, La Dorie. Oh my god. This is a black tea. This was Marie Antoinette's favorite. Okay. I think it has orange. But it says it's flavored black and green teas. So it has China black tea, I cannot talk. Jasmine green tea, pieces of pineapple and orange, rose petals, and the aromas include lemon, orange, honey, mandarin, rose, and grapefruit. So we went to La Dorie, I don't even know how many times while we were out there because I'm so obsessed with that place. That was pretty much the first place I wanted to go to. We didn't actually go there first, but we did go there the first like full day that we were there. Every time I went to any La Dorie, and they have those everywhere out there by the way, but I always had this and it was so delicious. I was just obsessed with it, so I bought one to take home. So I haven't even like broken this seal yet because I'm working on this one. So this is from another famous place in Paris called Angelina. So La Dorie, like I said, this was Marie Antoinette's favorite tea. She was obsessed with La Dorie. They're famous for their macarons. These I got when we were at the airport and I put them in the freezer as soon as I got home, but I had to get more for the trip because I have to say, as a macaron connoisseur, these were the best ones that I've ever had. I'm not even kidding. The quality was amazing. They were just so authentic. They were delicious. They melted in your mouth. I mean, oh my God. I wish you could taste through the camera how good they are. Like, there's just nothing like them. I know that there is a La Dorie in LA. And then a few other places throughout the States. And I have not been to those yet, but I will. And I would assume that they follow the same formula that Paris uses, but I would love to just kind of taste them firsthand and compare if they do taste just as good as in Paris. It's just something about, I don't know, maybe it's something about the water out there. I have no idea, but the quality is just amazing. It's out of this world compared to anything else I've had, and I've had a lot throughout my life. So back to the tea. This is also a famous restaurant, and there's quite a few of them out in Paris, and we ate at quite a few of them when we were out there. There was one in particular that is across from the Louvre. There was a certain spot that Coco Chanel enjoyed sitting at, like exclusively when she would visit that restaurant in particular. I didn't even know that until our last time going there. We didn't get to sit at her spot, but we literally were right next to it, so I was like, okay, that's good enough. But yeah, this is the mint green tea, and let me see if I can get it open. So it's loose tea, and when I got back from our trip, I was very sick. It was not fun. I drank this all day, every day, and it really helped. So it's like basically halfway gone. But this was very good. It wasn't overwhelming for a green tea, and it didn't totally taste like green tea. The mint, it's not overbearing as well. It's like the perfect combination. It's very smooth to drink as well. I love drinking that so much. I have some in my cup right here. And then also from Angelina, I mostly bought it for the tin. It's individually wrapped crispy crepes covered with dark chocolate. So hopefully that's coming up, but that's what they look like. pretty much everywhere you go, cafes, restaurants, when you order cafe au lait, they typically give you like a side piece of like a biscuit or like the crepe wafer or something to go with your coffee. One of the times we went to Angelina, they gave me one of these and they were delicious, so I had to buy some. But yeah, again, it was mostly for the tin because it's so cute. I don't know if she's supposed to be, I think she's supposed to be like a flapper girl, because this was 1903, established in 1903. But yeah, amazing. So Angeline, the first time we went there, I ordered the Parisian breakfast, and it was just basically a huge glass of orange juice, water, coffee, and croissants. They would give you these little jams. Totally took them home. They were amazing. They were so good, and oh my god, the croissants. My cat's watching me. The croissants were the most flaky, buttery, sweet croissants pastries I've ever had. The chocolate croissant was like coated in this like sweet, like whatever it was, and they came out warm. They were delectable. This one is a chestnut cream. This one is a mountain honey. Oh, another lottery box. I also put some in here to take with me, and there was a strawberry one. But yeah, they were delicious. Oh, here you go. They just really paired well with the pastries there, and I loved it so much. I bought one to take home. So I bought the strawberry jam. It is amazing. Really, really yummy. Staying with the food, I bought this. I think I might give it to someone. I don't know. I really love the tin. And then they're rose hard candies. I really wanted to try one, but yeah, I don't know. I loved that. Those cute little details with the Eiffel Tower. It was adorable. If you've never seen Moulin Rouge, then you might not understand. But if you know what I'm talking about, there's this drink called absinthe, and I found a cafe that was called like Absinthe or Le Absinthe, something like that. And I really wanted to try it out, but you know, being in a foreign country, not really understanding the language out there, knowing just enough French to get you by throughout the day, I did not want to risk trying it and ending up in an alley somewhere. But I did buy the candy. So I haven't tried it yet. And it's funny because locally there's this store called Lolly and Pops. They sell this same brand of candy, and I guarantee I've never seen this there before. I mean, it's not like I go there often, but I remember this brand in particular because I thought it was adorable because it's made in Italy. Yeah, it's a product of Italy. And I actually bought my grandma some ginger candies that this brand made. I think I put it in her stocking last year for Christmas. We tried those candies and they were really good. So I was thinking, well, these gotta be good too. I don't know if it's going to affect you the way that the drink would, but it might just be the taste. I don't know, so we'll see about those. Anytime I go somewhere new, I always love to collect magnets and put them all over my fridge. So just kind of like, you know, keep that memory alive of whatever trip we went on. So I got like too many. I got this little heart-shaped macaroon one that says Paris. I got not one, but two from the Marie Antoinette exhibit. So one has like the shoes, like inspired by her, and then one for the actual exhibit, the conciergerie. My French is so bad. But yeah, I thought those were really cute. And then this one I thought was extraordinary because it shows the progression of the Eiffel Tower being built. So I thought that was a very unique little magnet to have. I also picked up some socks. This was such an impulse buy because I was buying souvenirs for other people, and I was like, you know what? I mean, I didn't really get anything like to wear that was like Parisian, necessarily. But these I thought were adorable just with the stripes and the little Eiffel Tower. So it just totally looked super Parisian to me. I got a lot of ornaments and I actually forgot, but I got so many. So from pretty much all of the museums had them. So I got one of the Notre Dame, and I tried to stick with like the white and silver kind of colors as much as I could because I like decorating my tree. That's how I did it last year. I stuck with like clear and silver and white, just for like a more sleek look. But this year I'm gonna have to add some color because I got some cool things and I'm excited to show them. This one especially, this Fleur de Lis, it was on a display at the Saint Chapelle, and I hadn't seen one at that point, and it was the last one. And this display, it was like literally like a spiraled wire of all the different ornaments, just so people could see like what they look like hanging up. And I tried asking the guy that worked there if they had any more because I couldn't find any out for sale. And he actually like took all the ornaments down because he couldn't find one anywhere just for me to have this one. So I had to buy it. But I think it's gorgeous. It has these little like pearl beads on either side. So this is like the most French royal symbol, the Fleur de Lis. It's supposed to symbolize like a flower. I forget why, but that's pretty much where it comes from. Fleur mean fleur. That means flower. So if you couldn't like kind of tell by the shape, just kind of like thinking of like a flower blooming. I remember seeing like a picture of what was behind the inspiration, what flower. So yeah, you just have to Google it. I also got a French girl because it was so cute. She's got a little basket with her dog. And I mean, look at her little beret and then the tie, that's funny. I had to have this because this is so adorable, and her little shoes. I couldn't pass this up. And that, oh my god, just the hair, everything. And then it's all trimmed in gold. And the Eiffel Tower, I got in silver. Okay, this is hilarious. So before my trip, my brother and his son spent the night at my house, and we're just, having fun and stuff. And I asked him, I said, hey, anything you would want from Paris, from France? And he was like, bring me a baguette. So the first day we go there, I'm in the Eiffel Tower gift shop and I see these pens, and it was so freaking hilarious. I bought a few of them, one for myself and then a couple to give away. But I texted my brother and I was like, hey bro, I got your baguette. So yeah, that was hilarious. I also got some keychains. So I got like a bunch of these, and I also gave them out as souvenirs. Yeah, I got like all different colors, and then I bought like one with macaroons, different colors. And then this one was so cute. What is it? The Chagnon. So the black cat. So this is like totally famous in Paris. Yeah, but I bought one. And then I had bought like a bunch more, but like I pretty much, that it was mostly like for souvenirs. But I just wanted to show you guys like what a couple of them look like. A few of the museums that we went to, I bought some postcards, and I think our second full day was when we went to the Saint Chapelle, and I had bought a postcard to mail to my grandma, and I put like a little note of like what we had done so far, like by day 2, and I mailed it off to her. And I found out that it takes like a couple weeks for mail to be sent internationally. So she didn't actually get it until we were back from our trip already. I remember like going to visit her and I saw it, she had it out on display, and it was just so funny. I was like, I looked at the postmark, and by the time it had like shipped to the States, we were already home. So that was hilarious. I love these more so for the art. This was from the Atelier de Lumière, right? Yeah. So this is where the Van Gogh exhibit was, and I could not pass up on these. I mean, it's just, they're so freaking cute. And what I like to do is put those in frames and put them in like a collection, like kind of surrounding each other. I did that with some Snow White postcards that I got from the Walt Disney Museum in my downstairs bathroom. So that's kind of what I had in mind. I'm just doing that somewhere, but I don't exactly know where yet. And then I also bought, I bought this, so a Marie Antoinette one, and some Paris ones that were so cute. And some of them, it's like an actual like thin piece of wood. Oh, this one says it's solid wood maple. So yeah, but it's really cute. Just the little artwork, the designs that they had on them. I couldn't pass them up. Look at that. This one made me think of Up. Straight Up. Up, the movie, the Disney Pixar movie Up. I had to get this one. Had to. I mean, there's even a little boy on there with the French flag. Like, wow, cute. And then there's this one. So they have like the Arc de Triomphe. That's not the Notre Dame. The Arc de Triomphe is over here. Eiffel Tower, the Ferris wheel. So pretty much, you know, just paying homage to all the great things about Paris. Oh, a baguette. This I also got at the Saint Chapelle. So it's this stained glass, and I'm going to hang this up. We have like these really tall ceilings downstairs, and a lot of the windows have like a smaller window above them, but they don't open. It's just to bring light into the house. So I want to put this in one of those windows. So I just kind of want to see like which window would, you know, look best with it. I'm very happy that that made it through the trip home. Ooh, okay. Now, usually like when I travel, I love to buy like a new cup. More in particular, the Starbucks You Are Here collection. I have so many of those, it's ridiculous, and they're filling up my cabinet space. And then I get other mugs. Sometimes mugs are given to me, sometimes I see one that's really cute. And I don't buy cups or mugs too often. And I even cut myself off from like buying new like Starbucks mugs and things like that. When we were out there, I had to get one because it's Paris. Hello, it's upside down. I had to get this. I mean, are you serious? It has the Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower. I don't remember what that's called. Is that the Pantheon? I don't remember. The bridges, the river, the Seine River, and then Notre Dame, and a baguette, and macaron. I just realized that was macaron. Macaron. Oh my gosh. See? That's why I had to get this. Do you understand now? I had to. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Paris is known for their fragrance. And throughout my whole trip there, anytime I saw any fragrance, I had to stop and check them out. And while there were some really good contenders out there, especially when we were at, I think when we were at the Louvre, they had a ton of shops and like underneath, like inside of the Louvre. I was really close to buying one and it was kind of pricey, but I would always like make my husband smell them. You know, I buy perfume for me. Like, let me just get that out there. When I get perfume, I get it for me. And it's a huge bonus when I wear something new and my husband's like, "Ooh, you smell good." Like, I mean, obviously, if I end up getting something and it really bugs him, you know, if it bothers him, then I won't wear it. And that honestly never happens because I tend to kind of stick with like the same styles. I wanted to get a perfume so bad when we were out there. So the very last night, I decided to stop in one of those pharmacies. So it's almost like a Rite Aid. And we would see them everywhere. And these little places, they have like anything you could imagine. Like if you're going into like a Rite Aid or Walgreens, like if you're from California, Sacramento area, you know what I'm talking about. But essentially it's like going in to like a drugstore and they sell makeup, perfume, brushes, like all kinds of different things. I happened to see one on our very last night and we were basically getting ready to go home. And I stopped my husband and I was like, "Wait, I want to go in here. I just want to look, you know, I just want to see like what's in here. You know, I'm just curious." And they had this little perfume section and I was like, "Ooh, let me just check them out." So I tested out so many and I'd never heard these brands before that they sold in here. And there was one in particular, it was like maybe the third one that I smelled, I don't know. But I smelled it early on and the scent really stuck with me. So I went back and I smelled it again and I bought a little one because I was like, well, you know, this, I also had my husband smell it, but he was like, he did not care. He did not care. He's just like, "Whatever, I'm just ready when you are," you know. This one is the one that I ended up buying. Let me show you the box. It's a brand called Roger and Gallet. So I've never heard of them before, but this is I guess it's a cologne, but it's like a spray. I don't know. But it's Magnolia Folie, and it smells so good. It's distilled precious essences of magnolia, cedar and patchouli, jasmine absolute, cassis boots absolute, if I'm saying that right. But I think maybe the jasmine and the magnolia is what really caught my attention. I like the box. It's just so simple, cute. And the bottle, again, simple, cute. And it has this little like design on there for their logo. Oh my gosh, I love this. When I first tried wearing this, I try not to spray too much. Like I'll do one spritz and then, you know, like my Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, and then I'm good. That one is a very strong scent, so you don't want to spray too much, otherwise you'll smell like you've been swimming in it. So I try to be mindful, especially, you know, when I'm going to work with other people. I'm just trying to be considerate. I want to smell good, but I don't want to like punch someone in the face with my perfume. This one, it's not overbearing. It's very subtle. So subtle, I thought that it didn't really last throughout the day. So after like about a week or so, couple weeks of wearing it, I started doing like 2 sprays. And but this time I did a spray on the collar of my jacket. And I just remember like being near my coworker and they were like, "Oh, you smell really good. What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, this is from France." I'm so bougie. The fact that the 2 spritz still lasted throughout the day, I was like, okay, maybe that's the max, so no more than like 2. It made me feel good that, you know, people could smell it. I don't know. I don't wear it for other people. I wear it for me because I like it. But it makes you feel good when you're complimented, you know? This was a little souvenir. Another great example of why it's awesome to explore. Oh, hang on. I think it was like our third full day in Paris. We bought tickets to go to visit the Arc de Triomphe. And oh my gosh, we walked so much that day. And I'm glad we did though, because we found a lot of cool things. I found what's his name? Jeff Koons, like art statue in one of the parks. And had we gotten a ride directly to where we needed to go, I would have never seen that. So it was really cool. It was like this hand holding what I thought were balloons. Just based on his other work, I just immediately thought they were balloons, but they were apparently tulips. And I didn't know that until I like looked it up afterward. Either way, it was really cool. A little bit creepy to see because of it was like an arm, like it was very realistic. It had like a mole, like here. So it made it very real. It was weird, but it was still cool. Like not that far from that area, I found a theater, and in big bold red letters with lights in front of this theater said "Funny Girl." And my dumb butt, I'm thinking funny face. I kept thinking funny face, like with Audrey Hepburn. I don't know why I kept thinking that, but I think because just prior to coming out there, I was thinking about that movie because Audrey Hepburn goes, "Bonjour, Paris," and I just kept thinking about that like every day. My brain registered it as funny face. So I'm thinking, oh my God, it's gonna be like a live show of Audrey Hepburn, like, that. And then it like clicked and I'm like, wait, no, that is the totally wrong movie. I'm getting my movies mixed up here. Funny Girl is Babs. Barbara Streisand, hello, like duh, Kayla, like don't rain on my parade, hello. So I got even more excited because I love musicals. I love Funny Girl. And I mean, Barbara Streisand she kills it in that movie. Her vocals are just otherworldly. Like they're incredible. She's such a powerhouse. So just amazing, strong female lead. And I was so excited to see that. And it was opening that week. So I had to get tickets. And I got really lucky because there happened to be a couple seats available together for that Friday. So I bought them and I didn't hold back. I mean, I was like, hey, I'm in Paris. I'm gonna see a live play. And it's in English, by the way. When I looked it up, it was in English. So I was like, that's even better. I mean, I know how the movie goes. I know how it pans out. There's no surprises, but it's just to be able to see it in person and to be able to understand it in English as you go along. When people, direct plays and things, remakes, they kind of adapt it to their own. So it's not exactly the same, but it's like basically the same. But it's just still cool to be able to understand something, as you're kind of going along and see like where the direction is coming from. But anyway, that's where this is from, the program. So yeah, I paid €10 for this. And thankfully, I took a screenshot of when I bought the tickets and prepaid for this. Otherwise, I would have had to have paid for one again because it didn't show in the email. I was really frustrated, but thankfully the guy was like, oh, okay, you did pay for it. Like they gave me the hardest time about it. I'm like, look, buddy, I spent enough on the tickets. How are you gonna give me a hard time over something that's only €10? Like, I mean, that's like, equal to about $11 or $12 US. It's not that much. especially in comparison to what I paid for the tickets. But anyway, I grabbed one of these. This was the flyer, the poster for the movie, or not the movie, but the play. Also, if you're going to Paris, they extended the show because it was doing so well. They extended the show until March. So originally it was supposed to be only until January, but they extended it to March. So if you're going, go check it out. It's worth it. I also got some coasters of different Parisian landmarks, like Eiffel Tower and Moulin Rouge and Les Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe. Ooh, this is a long video. I also bought this Paris scarf. I couldn't help it. It looked cute. And I also got this poster, so I need to find a nice frame to put it in. And I just really wanted to have this for my home. This is just something so pivotal in Paris that they're known for. One more thing that I got, not just got, but experienced while I was in Paris. After we had gone to the Arc de Triomphe, there's like this whole shopping strip right there, but they have everything. They have Chanel, they have Louis Vuitton. Wait, did they have Chanel? I think they had Chanel. They also had the biggest Sephora I've ever seen. I had a traumatizing experience there, which I'm not gonna get into, but if you know my husband, he's probably told you. Well, when we were over there, they have a guirlande. They have a guirlande shop, like a standalone shop. And it's all their products, their perfumes, their makeup, and their lipsticks. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. That brand is like super bougie, and I could not resist when I found out they did this. When we went in there, one of the sales representatives, she was very nice. She greeted us and she said, if we need help with anything, let us know. But I was looking at the lipsticks primarily, and I didn't exactly know if I was gonna buy something, but I felt like I wanted to get something special, because that is a totally like Parisian high-end brand, okay? I kept seeing like lipsticks with engraving on them, and they had like a little mirror, and the rep told me that you could pick whatever shade, whatever lipstick case, and they engrave it for you with whatever you want. And that blew me away. I was like, oh my gosh, they'll personalize it for you for free? That was so cool. So I had to do it. So I picked out a shade, and this is what I got. So this is Rouge number 25. And I tried to take video, but I just felt like so, it's a nice place. Like, I didn't want to be like too, I didn't want to be rude, okay? So they put this cap on the lipstick just to protect it, but, oh no, oh, it got smushed. That makes me sad. But yeah, that's the color. Here, let me show you. So here's the case that I got, okay? And this is the Minimal Chic lipstick case. OMG. Look at this. Okay, and then there's the mirror. That's me. That's my name. I really hope that's coming up okay. The lipstick goes like this. That little piece helps keep the mirror in place, and then when you take the lipstick out, the mirror opens. So cute. And I have my freaking name. So if anyone steals this, you know it was mine. Okay? That's mine. I thought this was gorgeous. And I just kind of feel like, okay, if this is something that I'm gonna use, I have to be super delicate with it. this is like, it's just so fancy. I did take like a little bit of video and I asked the girl, but by then it was like, I didn't realize it was gonna be so quick. Yeah, I took some video and it was just kind of like a little awkward. So then I just kind of took video like around the shop. But it was really cute, just the setup that they had in there. I'm so excited for that. I can't believe this, that it has my name. That's so cool. So cool. It's so fetch. I mean, there's more important things in the world. I know it's just makeup, but it's just really special. Like, you know, just to kind of commemorate the trip. That was my Paris loot. I have a whole other video for Disney Paris. I mean, if you look how long this video is gonna be, just with me kind of sharing a tidbit of my experiences and then, you know, the things that I got. I have a whole other video for Disney Paris and those souvenirs. Showing these things, it's like me kind of reliving that trip, and it's so awesome to think about because it was such an amazing trip to be able to go on and to be able to experience those things. Okay, that is officially the end of this video. At this point, it's like a feature film. It's so long. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Let me know if you guys have been to France before, to Paris, what your favorite places were, things to do, some memorable experience for you when you went out there. What was your favorite thing? What did you enjoy the most? Was it a restaurant? Was it a museum? Was it the river cruise? You know, whatever. And if you're going to Paris, let me know if you have any questions. Tell me what you're most excited for. I just love looking at other people's travels. I get motivation and inspiration from those. So if you like to talk travel, let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will catch you guys on my next video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.